What's going on, guys? We're back again with yet another video. Yes, we're trying to get these out very, very often. Like, share, subscribe, comment below your thoughts. Today we are talking June 15th. We're talking the Sky/Boxer card. Now, this card is called the Billiam-Smith versus Riakphore card, but in reality, it's becoming, and it isn't, it shouldn't be, but it's becoming the Ben Whittaker versus Ezra. Let me find his last name so I don't. Ezra Riakphore. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. It's becoming that. It's becoming the main highlight. Now, even just now, I just tried to Google it to find the full card and who's on the card and stuff. And the results are coming up as Ben Whittaker, or questions on Google. When is Ben Whittaker fighting? Or who is Ben Whittaker fighting on June 15th? Like when I just typed in the Sky Boxer card June 15th. So that's pretty crazy. Again, 7 fights, obviously an Olympian. And people like to go onto Ben. I've already had a little word discussing Ben's antics and stuff, and I feel like people need to leave him the heck alone. Leave him. He's a good fighter. And we'll see what level he's on, but we can't judge him too early. It's only a 7th fight. Yes, the showboating is there, and yes, it may kind of peter out as he gets to the top level. Let him do his thing, you know, and he gets people talking, and it's building boxing. But enough of that. We'll get into that a bit later. So on that card, we have Billiam-Smith versus Richard Riakphore at the top of the bill. Now, this is going to be a very, very, very good fight. Obviously, they've had a fight already. It was a slugfest. They're both quite novice-y, in terms of in their pro gamer, not novice-y, but they're obviously quite early in their pro career, so they were still learning quite a lot of stuff. At that point, Riakphore squeaked out the win. It was a very, very close fight. But I believe that in terms of who's made the most improvement since that fight, I want to lean towards Riakphore. He has the power. I've seen him live. Big guy, big puncher. And I feel like he's learned how to deliver that power a little bit more effectively than before. So I think he's going to get the job done. Billiam-Smith, obviously a very, very tough guy. His fight to win the world title from Lawrence Okolie was not the best fight. It was a bit, that was both due to both sides. A lot of people blame Lawrence on that one. No, he's got form, but I don't think it was just due to him. I think it was due to both sides a little bit. And he does smother his work quite a lot, Billiam-Smith. In his last outing, he didn't look the greatest. Obviously, he stopped Masternak due to a fractured rib, but he didn't look the greatest before. He was getting caught with some bad shots. And I think if Riakphore catches him, bow, it's lights out. Now, next up, let's talk about Chamberlain. Now, Chamberlain is going against Michael Cieslak, and he's going for the cruiserweight European title. Whole lot of madness there with Chamberlain. Obviously, he was the British champion and dropped the belt and dropped his mandatory challenger in Chev Clark in order to go to the European route. Now, I don't think this is a bad choice in terms of going to European route, although it's another issue, you know, with boxer fighters pulling out at the last minute. I think it would have been respectable and made a bit more sense, and not to do with Isaac, but to do with Boxer, if they would have just pulled out earlier and said we're going that direction, because it is a step up, which is good. But you know, it's just a little bit strange to be British champion, start to look at the Vidal Riley fight, call him out a little bit. Chev Clark is there as a mandatory, and then go the other direction last minute. And it's only a month after Vidal Riley fought, and that's when Vidal Riley wanted to fight him on the Fraser Clark card. So it's a bit strange, but I feel that it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a hard fight. It's like there's no walkover, but Isaac, I want Isaac to get it done. I feel he can get it done. I don't feel like it will be a stoppage. It's going to be a points victory. Isaac's a very, very tough guy. He's got good boxing skill, good boxing IQ. So I think he's going to get it done, and I'll be backing him to get it done. Next up, the people's main event. And it is Ben Whittaker versus Ezra Riakphore. Now, I like I said before, I rate Ben Whittaker very, very highly, minus the showboating. I don't showboating is great and stuff, but even his boxing ability in general and as a character, I rate him. I feel like he shows himself, he's being himself, and it's endearing people and drawing people to him. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hate on him, even though they want to see him knocked out. They're going to tune in, and that is still positive for it. Now, what I do think is that Ben will not be at Sky for very long, at boxer very long. He is not happy there. The way that this fight came about in Ben's last fight against William Willins, very, very good fighter. This Ezra character came into the press conference, as it's already happened to Ben before, but he just popped into the press conference and then like just started saying stuff. And then Ben was saying, this feels like it was a setup, because it was, I don't know what he was saying at the point in time, but Ben was on the mic speaking and saying something like, fighters keep trying to call me out, something like that. And then Ezra just came up and he was like, I feel like Sky planned this. And then they've got the fight. And in the press conference that they had, was it yesterday, 2 days ago? He seemed a little bit pissed off. He seemed a little bit annoyed by it, like saying, this is the last time that people are going to come and call me out. I'm going to fight. I'm going to stop. He seemed like he really wants to make a statement on this one. Like usually, obviously, he talks a good game anyway, but this is the first time I've seen him kind of feel a bit personal with it. This Ezra character, 12-0, 10 knockouts, so he's got some power in his hands, but we don't know at what level really. I haven't seen any highlights of his fights yet, but I have seen there might be some footage going around. I might try and find it, put it in here, of him sparring someone and quitting the spar, and apparently it wasn't a good spar for him. It was like 2 or 3 days, I think, of him getting beat up in this spar. So they've kind of used that to be like, this guy is not the guy to stop Ben, which is interesting. So I don't think this will be a problem for him. You know, I'll have to look into this guy a little bit more, but like I said, I rate Ben very highly. I feel like he came in above British level already. I think the next fight for him, if he beats Ezra, which I think he will, should be Dan Aziz. As much as I like Dan Aziz, I don't want to see him lose to Ben. I feel like that is a good fight to show, okay, he's on level now. Win or lose, which I think he'll win as well. Sorry. But yeah, that Sky Boxer card, should I say. It's going to be a good one, man. I look forward to it. I don't know if internationally it had the same appeal, but definitely UK, like it's going to be a good card. Not amazing, but good. What do you think of the card? Are you from international waters? Are you like, what the hell is this card? Who the hell is Ezra? Who's Isaac Chamberlain? But you still know Ben Whittaker, so will you be tuning in? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Peace.